Hi, SelfEsteem Chris here from Kutztown of Menlo Park, where we're building community, developing leaders, and transforming lives every day. We've just wrapped up our second week talking about self-esteem in class, and I had a couple of thoughts that I wanted to share with you. One of the things we talked about this week was how when we know that we're good at something, it doesn't mean that there's no room for improvement. We don't want to be overconfident and think that we can do a skill that we're not ready to do, like thinking that we can do a flip when we can barely do a roll on the ground. But at the same time, we also don't want to be too hard on ourselves. We need to be able to find the balance between being able to look at our material and say, hey, I could do a little better with that, and man, I'm never going to get this. I was thinking about this week because last Saturday I videotaped a couple of forms that I'm going to be doing at our competition coming up next week. And when I looked at them, it was really nice to be able to see how things looked because, for example, I had thought one of my stances was much lower and longer than it really looked in video. And it was good feedback for me to be able to look at it and go, wow, I really could work on that stance. I didn't look at it and go, oh, that stance is terrible, I might as well give up, because I do have good self-esteem. But I am able, because I have a healthy ego and not an overconfident ego, to look at it and say, yes, there's room for improvement and I can get better at that. So when we're looking at our self-esteem, we want to remember not only that we want to be able to think positively about ourselves, but that we can also be honest about it. And that when we see room for improvement, that doesn't mean we've done a bad thing. It just means that there's still room for us to grow. So have a great weekend, and we'll catch you next week.